All right, guys, let's get some BTS Euphoria live. Never heard it before. I'm very excited to hear it. Hell yeah.
모르겠어 이 감정이 뭔지 혹시 여기서 꿈속인 건지 검은 사막의 푸른 신기루 난 깊은 곳에 아프리오리 숨이 막힐 듯이 행복해져 주변이 점점 더 투명해져 저기 멀리서 내가 날 들려 꿈을 건너서 숲을 너머로 선명해지는 그곳으로 가 You are the cause of my euphoria
The only thing I know about this song is the high note at the end, because we watched the high note compilation. I also worked with someone in the clinic last week on getting to that high note, right? So I'm just kind of like anticipating it, even though it's not necessary right now. Yeah. Oh, it's fuck. Look at that eyes. Look at those eyes. Dude, Jungkook's got some fucking looks. Dude, where's the high note? Okay. All right, I'll talk about the actual thing. I'm just excited for that big ascent. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to say about it because I haven't heard it in context, but it's so good. The production, guys, is always so important to how we receive music, right? Similar to how we started stream today. Vocal technique is not the end-all be-all to anything. Jungkook, all the singers in BTS have amazing vocal technique through rigorous training. You can go see the videos, singing on treadmills, just really working in the every aspect of a performance. And that's what's incredibly admirable about this group, is they really publicize the work that goes into making this happen. They publicize everything. They're huge. I mean, they're like one of the biggest groups in the world. I don't even know who would be bigger than them per person, right? And what's fantastic is the way that we, as like overthinking intellectual, people who love music, who love singing, can get a look into that process. And it's something that you can learn from so well. And every piece of the musical consumption process is taken care of when it comes to BTS. You get the performance, you get the emotion, right? In the facial appearance, in everything you do with your face. You get I hated BTS before I heard them because I'm a grouchy old man, but listening to it here in the stream and falling for their versatility has turned me around. See, that's good. That's beautiful. Jimin has a really hard time. I think his voice is so unique. He doesn't have someone to teach him how to use his voice. I'll teach Jimin how to use his voice. I'm just kidding. There's probably people who are much better than I am at that. I appreciate it, Becca. Yeah, I appreciate that idea. That people are kind of stuck when they have to follow, you know, when they don't have the guidance to kind of find the voice they want, right? My whole philosophy is about giving people the voice they want. The voice they are, not the voice they want. If you want to have a specific voice, if you want to learn how to sing like a specific singer, there are plenty of people trying to push that information. But everyone is unique, and in that way, everyone needs to find their own voice. But the thing about Jimin is that we are able to kind of follow that journey with him. These guys are all really young, and they're going to have huge careers for their whole lives, obviously. And we get to be there for the whole journey of it, right? All right, let's keep listening, because the performance tells the story of the song, and that's all I wanted to say with that pause is the production. The production that BTS always brings. The production is always, it's so in line. I'm sorry, I'm like spacing out. It's so in line with the emotions of the song. Like he's going up, like if Euphoria. Let's do it. That's so sick. He's above the audience. Oh, good thing he has a belt on. I was about to say, I was like, uh-oh. All right, let's talk for just a second about how crazy impressive this is. I just need to get a clean shot of him on the hook thing. This song isn't dark and sad enough for me. That's so funny. Ooh, yes, Spralos. I like it. Give me a close-up. All right, this is fine. All right, so you guys know how the voice works by now. The diaphragm flattens when you inhale, and then you pressurize it up and slowly allow the air to escape, in order to create sound, right? We all kind of know how to speak. If you're here, you all understand how singing works generally. The core thing is using the abdomen, right? Now, he has a big-ass belt around his waist getting hooked onto a thing, right? And just like we saw Pink do on the side of that building last week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, this is like as equally as impressive. Like hanging off that thing. He's not holding himself with his arms. That would really mess up his vocalism. He has to rely on that belt. He has to trust that belt is going to hold up his waist. There's probably a whole harness thing as well, but you're still, when you're supporting yourself not with your feet and singing, it's very hard to do that, because you have to not only keep your breath working the way it's trained to work, but you also have to use your muscles to stabilize your body. And that adds a whole other process that gets in the way of the other things that are happening, right? It's just crazy impressive. Using that muscle to stabilize your body, but also continue singing. I mean, absolutely insane. Absolutely nuts. And then going up for that really nice high note. It's an easy high note. It's easy for him. He's kind of figured out and make it work. It goes right into the spot. It doesn't take a lot of pressure. It doesn't take a lot of muscle. It's about finesse and technique. You said they were terrified of their success and they almost disbanded in 2017. Wow. I mean, I could understand that. I think we could all understand that. You know, the way things would change with billions of eyes on you. I totally understand that. Did you ever have to do something like that on stage? I saw an opera once where most of the singers had to sing hanging upside down. So, for me personally, no. I've had to ride a bike on stage while singing. I've had to like dance while singing opera, which is actually like really hard. But you know, you make it work. In Germany, guys, if you guys ever have an opportunity to go to a German opera house, they really do a good job of turning operatic performances into sort of spectacle events where there are more, you know, they add greater amounts of sexuality and different, you know, contortionist, acrobatic type things onto the singing, and so it's actually typical there to have those kind of ridiculous things. Yeah, riding a bike is very Dutch, right? Anyway, let's finish it. We can talk about that for a second. It's such a clean mixed voice the entire time. It's so beautiful. I mean, look, I'm a huge fan of the construction, the process, the musical experiment that is BTS, right? I love that. It's that you can always learn something so great. It's such an awesome mixed voice, and ease in the high notes.